In today's video, I want to share with you the problem that most people have that they don't even know they have, that is holding them back from experiencing true happiness, true joy, and true peace in this life. And not only that, but it's holding you back from achieving your goals, from manifesting, creating the life of your dreams, maybe leaving your job and doing what you want to do, traveling the world. There's one thing, the main thing that is holding you back. And most people are unaware of this because we were never taught this as we were brought up in this society, in this world, in this structure, in this system that we were born into. They never taught us this. So I'm going to explain that to you in this video, and I'm not going to waste any time. We're going to jump straight into it, so make sure you stick around. The reason most people are being held back from experiencing their dream life and experiencing true internal peace, joy, and love is because we've never been taught how to properly manage this. What is this? The human system. The body, the mind, your emotions, and your life energies. We have never been taught how to properly manage these aspects of ourselves. School doesn't teach us this. The only thing school, the education system, teaches us is how to sharpen our intellect and to improve our memory. If you look at it, everything in school is memory-based. If you remember this stuff from the textbook and you regurgitate it back onto the test and you get a good grade, you are rewarded. So the only thing we are rewarded for as children is our memory. If you have a good memory, you get a good grade, you can go to a good college, and you can get a good job, secure job that you will work for 40 years and then eventually die. So what about the other aspects of our being that we're not taught how to properly manage? Well, if somebody has emotional turmoil going on within them, what do the doctors do? They give you a pill. They say, take this pill, it'll cover up the side effects, but it's not going to truly heal you. And I don't think God, the creator, put certain people here with, let's say, ADHD. Let's say whatever problem that they have. You're not born with these problems. These problems happen a lot of times because of what you've eaten, right? The food that they give us, which is extremely unhealthy, all the artificial colors, dyes, the fake sugar, high fructose corn syrup, all of these things, they alter the brain, they mess up the system, and they create these problems. They create these diseases that people have. And dis-ease is only means when your body is at dis-ease. There's uneasiness in the body. So when your body comes back to ease, there's no disease. And you can actually cultivate your system in a way where disease cannot exist and where you can create your life the way you want it by envisioning something in your mind and turning it into reality. But most people can't do this because they don't know how to properly manage this human system. So the four parts, I will explain again what the four parts of the human system are. You have the body, the mind, the emotions, and the life energies. Most people are aware of their body, right? You're aware of your mind. You're usually aware of your emotions. And most people are unaware of their life energies. So we're not going to talk about the life energies in this video. We'll cover that in another video. So make sure you subscribe too, so you can get the latest content from me. Now, the body, mind, and emotions. The mind, we do work on in the education system. They do sharpen the mind, which is only one aspect of the mind, which is the intellect. There are other aspects of the mind, but that is one thing that you're most likely somewhat familiar with, although most people still have trouble controlling their mind because the thoughts are constantly going, negative thoughts, turmoil, chaos going in the mind, constantly in a state of depression or anxiety, worried about what happened in the past, worried about what might happen in the future, stuff that doesn't exist. Now, the way to overcome the turmoil in the mind is to come back to the present moment. Now, in the Eastern cultures, stick with me, I'm getting somewhere with this. In the Eastern cultures, they actually taught how to properly develop your mind so that depression, anxiety, these things no longer exist because your mind is rooted in the present moment of this existence. The only reason people have depression is because they are constantly replaying stories that happened in the past. And these stories are so vivid in their mind that it creates feelings So you're thinking about something negative that happened in the past, and it's creating these feelings within your body, and it keeps you in a depressed state. Shoulders are rolled over, your head's down, you speak quietly, you just don't feel too good all the time. Now, anxiety is when you're constantly worried and projecting what might happen in the future. It hasn't even happened yet, but you're in your mind creating situations that may happen. And then these situations become so vivid that it creates a feeling in the body of fear and anxiety. So this only happens because you don't know how to properly manage the mind. If you knew how to properly manage the mind and stay in the present moment, you're always in the present moment, but if you were to put your awareness on the present moment rather than putting your awareness on the thoughts, you will be more rooted in the present moment. Now, this is one aspect of the mind we were not taught about, which is awareness. See, the thoughts that are going in your mind, most people identify with those thoughts. Whatever thoughts are happening, they say, this is what's happening to me. But if you are above your thoughts, if you function from a state of awareness, you can simply look at the thoughts and not entertain them. You can't control what thoughts go through your mind because whatever you pick up along your journey of life will be in your mind. Your mind is a storehouse for that information. Whatever your five senses pick up, your mind stores that information. It doesn't matter. You can't say, I don't want to store this, but I do want to store this. It doesn't work like that. The mind stores everything that you come across. All of the stimuli that comes into your system through your five senses, the mind stores it. So, what do you have the power to do? You have the power to choose which thoughts to entertain and which thoughts to ignore. So all the negative thoughts, you don't have to entertain those thoughts. And as you continue to stop entertaining those thoughts, you will realize that they don't have any power over you. But if you're constantly entertaining those thoughts, your life will be miserable. So how do you strengthen this aspect of yourself? Well, you have to sharpen your awareness. This is where meditation comes into play. This is where breathing practices come into play. This is where certain other dimensions of life must be enhanced in order for you to take control of your mind. What do I mean, certain other dimensions of life? Well, the one that we're currently talking about, your awareness, your breath. When you're in touch with this, okay, gotta be here. What's up, buddy? When you're in touch with these dimensions of yourself and your life energies as well, you have more control over this system. You control how you feel within yourself, not what happens to you. Most people are in a state where what happens to them is how they feel within themselves. Something negative happened to them, so they feel terrible within themselves. But you can develop yourself in a way where it doesn't matter what happens to you from the external world. You are content, you are at peace either way. You must develop yourself this way if you want to create your life the way you want it, and you want to feel and experience true joy and true happiness and true peace within yourself. So, the emotions. That's another aspect of this life. How you control those is similar to the mind. You keep your awareness on the emotions. See, the body has a certain chemical structure. Everybody's body has a certain chemical structure. And this is why you feel emotions, because chemical reactions are taking place within the body. Certain things from the outside world trigger you. Those chemical reactions take place, those neurological connections and all that stuff that's happening within your system is truly happening. And this is why you feel it so strongly. You can't just say it's not happening. You can't just say, let it go. It's happening, you feel it. But the whole idea is to, listen closely here. The whole idea is to not identify with the thoughts or the feelings. Whatever you feel, whatever you think, it's not too significant to you because you know it will pass, just like a cloud. It will eventually pass. So you must keep this awareness and see from a higher perspective what's going on within the system and no longer react to everything. Whatever happens, you don't have to react to it. You don't have to freak out. You can simply sit in meditation and feel it, completely accept it, and then let it go. Now you don't actually let it go, it goes by itself. But you have to sit with yourself instead of constantly distracting yourself by external things of the world. by scrolling through social media, smoking this, drinking this, doing this, running around, doing all types of things. No, sit with yourself. You have to take some time to develop this system. See, everything that you create in the world is it's an add-on. It's an extension of this human body and mind. Everything, the supercomputers, all the technology, whatever you've created, your bank account, your job, your family, it's all an extension of you. You come first. This is the foundation of your life. So the true problem is, if I want to wrap it up in a nutshell here, the true problem is most people spend so much time trying to arrange their external world, but they don't spend any time on this foundation, which is the human being, the human body, mind, emotions, and life energies. Most people know how to get money. They know how to, seek pleasure. They experience all these instant gratification things that the world offers. They feel good here and there, constantly on an emotional roller coaster of pleasure and suffering, pleasure and suffering, pleasure and suffering. But they rarely experience true joy because they don't know how to properly manage this. There are millionaires and billionaires who have mastered the art of making money, creating their life how they want it. But they still feel like there's something missing within themselves because they were never taught how to properly manage this system. They were never taught proper meditation, proper breathing practices. It's very important that you learn how to manage this system before you put yourself out into the world. Krishna, I speak about Krishna every once in a while on this channel. Krishna is an Indian god that represents the creator, that represents that energy that permeates all of existence, that keeps the physical existence in a container, basically. It's the container for physical existence. So, man, this bee is really enamored with me and my phone. If I get stung, you guys might have something to laugh at here. Okay, let me get back on track here. Krishna said, establish yourself in yoga first before entering into the world. Yoga means union. It doesn't mean twisting yourself up like a noodle or a pretzel. It means union. All of the practices of yoga are directed towards one goal, which is union with the whole of creation. Realizing your oneness, your connectedness to nature, that you and nature are not separate, rather on a higher perspective, on a deeper spiritual level, you are the same. You and nature are the same. This and that are truly the same. If you notice the yin and yang symbol, there are two aspects to it, but it's one symbol. It comes from the same source. Coming back to oneness, this is the essence of yoga. You must establish yourself this way first. You must understand and understand the basis fundamental aspects and nature of this reality if you want to truly enhance your life. It's not going to happen through grabbing at the world, achieving this, achieving that, experiencing this pleasure, constantly chasing after the next pleasure, trying to find love in this person, that person, relationships. It's never going to happen. These things are wonderful. It's great that we get to experience these things in this life. But true enhancement of life only happens when you know how to properly manage this system and you are aware of the true nature of who you are, which is spirit, expressing itself as an individual. Beyond the individuality though, you are that which created and continues to create this reality. You are a part of that. That I am consciousness that God says He is. He says, I am that I am. Whatever you say about yourself, you first have to say, I am. The foundation of your being is God before anything else. And you must realize this before you step out into the world. So with that being said, I'm getting ready to end this video. If you want to learn how to properly manage this system, I do offer a program called Inner Transformation and a book that will be available very soon called Enhance Your Life from Within. If you want more information on those two offerings, check the description below. And if you want more free content, subscribe to the channel. Much peace and love. Make sure you like and comment on this video too, and I'll see you in the next one.